welcome to the Vimeo extended version of the card reading related to breaking the ties of friendship, any toxic friendship or breaking ties of friendships that's had its time. Now this is based on the letter that I got from a woman who was asking should she break her ties. So I'm just going to concentrate on the shuffling and ask the cards to give me any guidance that I can impart and offer. I've also got these new soul journey cards which are lovely, and as I was shuffling, pre-shuffling, this card popped out, so I'm also just going to put that right in the middle. And this card, or the row in the middle, is what needs to happen for the change to happen as well. So the lower cards here, we're going to look at the state of situation, the foundation of the situation, and what other actions can be taken. So I'll see if this is anything. We did get the friendship card earlier on, which I thought was very appropriate as well. So this is also related to the heart chakra for the card of compassion. And looking at the mandala will also help you to be able to activate, balance and harmonize the chakra to do with the heart. Okay, especially around the friendship zone. This card fell out as well. Okay, lovely. Right, I'm going to leave it at that. So you've got 3 in the middle. Okay, now what I can see here is there has been a lot of effort that's been put in over a period of time where you've really gone the distance to apply yourself and to be able to give of your friendship in a very major way. Okay, here we've got a card of going the distance, but I feel that this is actually the kind of situation you're coming out of that's actually got you stuck and has actually got you to where you are now. You're also in between the situation. You know something has to change, and you know things can't remain the same. But somehow you haven't quite made that swift change yet, and you will do so by actually gaining some balance and actually looking at the situation and retrieving the balance in your friendship with this friend of yours. Okay, I don't feel the woman necessarily is toxic. I think she's got a lot of problems. But as long as you can actually keep her at bay and you do the balance work, which is really important here. Okay, very important for you to balance the situation. This is also the color blue, which I was referring to do with your voice and your communication. And I do feel that you do need to gain balance working with your throat chakra and also communicating. It's very, very important. So again, looking at this, you can freeze frame this and look at the mandala so you can really get the effect of it. But this is really beautiful in terms of supporting your voice. And it says here, I bring a state of perfect harmony into my world, and I do so without judgment. And there are ways of communicating without judgment. We can communicating without making the other person wrong, but by owning our power and knowing that there are certain things that we need to have our needs met by, and by claiming that, you can actually communicate without any judgment, without any blame, and also come from a place of truth that has you claiming your own truth and your honor. Okay, very important. I do feel that you do know that you need to do this, and that is very important. I think often, and the fact that you wrote in I know deep down that you do know that you need to make that change. It's very, very important for you to do that. And you do have the inner wisdom to do so. It is time for you to do that. But this is also really good, be helpful if you started working on your solar plexus as well. But I did actually ask you to, interestingly, write a list of what and how you would like your friendships to be and what kind of friends you want to have in your life. And you can do that so by actually knowing deeply, which we tend to know what kind of friends we want. If you're the sort of person that doesn't like going to the pub, you're not going to actually want friends who go to the pub. Yes, it doesn't work. If you're somebody who actually likes to go out dancing, but your friend, you know, or a certain thing, a certain classes or whatever, you know, you might actually meet a friend through that. So it's very important that you actually take yourself, and you know, so write the list of things that are really important for you, because not only do you know what you need to do around this friendship, but you also know what values and what is important to you. This card also came up, which is really beautiful prior to it, because this gives an opportunity to actually imagine what you'd like. Imagine the kind of friendship you'd like. Imagine the kind of voice you want to have speak to you as a friend. You know, what are the qualities do you want to bring into your circle, to your own home life? It's very important that, yeah, you want to keep things out that are not to your own serenity and your peace. Okay, having peaceful life through friends is so important. I don't have any friends personally that I can't handle. Or don't want in my sphere, because I know what I need. I've learnt to be able to honour my boundaries and myself, and spend time with people that I only really want to spend time with, and don't do any dramas, don't have any people who are really toxic in my life as much as possible. And that's what you want to do. What's interesting about this reading is there's a beautiful card of flexibility here, and there's a change of wind. So in some way you have now changed the tone of what you want in this friendship, which is really good. And this is going to be the outcome of the foundation of the problems. You can actually change this situation around quite well, I would say, because by your communicating and by you honoring your truth, it is really important that you do that, because you will see a change in the circumstances and maybe even in her behavior. It's not until we change our own behavior that we find that we can actually change the outer circumstances. Yes, the people around us, you know. And people, when you start making a change, people will accuse you of you know, they don't kind of like the new you, you know. That's because they're used to how you've been. But maintain some flexibility, I think, and I think you will do that. You know, perhaps see her on your terms, you know, and give her only what you feel is right for you. Working with the heart chakra also gain the balance in this. This has very beautiful gardens there. That's everything is lined up, and I feel like in some way you need to clear yourself, get down to the root of yourself, and allow the new birth of something new to come through. And then maintain some flexibility. I don't actually feel in this reading at the moment that you do actually have to terminate this friendship. I might do a clarity card, clarification card to see if there's a definite yes or no. But I also believe that in some way, this is one of your purposes, that you are learning, you know, to know what to do. And this relationship is serving, this friendship is serving purpose for you to know what you must do and what you're here to do regarding this friendship. Know that everyone is sent to us for us to overcome our issues. So if you've got boundary issues, which I will say is very, very, very common with people. Yeah, people are so afraid to speak their truth, so afraid to make the balance, course correct the balance. Most relationships fall apart or become one-sided when you notice that the other person is not being as reciprocal or offering you what you do for them. Okay, I think these are the sign of the times, and it's not a case of, you know, giving of yourself without getting anything back. It sounds very kind of strange, but I personally believe, for myself, that our soul has come here to own our power. Yeah, so I'm going to do another card here. Okay. Interestingly, this also confirms that you need to really speak up. The truth needs to be told. I did ask whether you should terminate this friendship, but the sign or the message that really came through was truth to be told. So you might actually need to tell her, you know, that you feel like you want to actually cut the ties, because that is currently your truth, and you know deep down what you need to do. You are totally, I think you've been more than flexible over a period of time, so I think you need to stop being as flexible as well, and then maintain your sense of stance, and allow yourself to change the way you operate and do things. It's very important, and you know what you need to do. You know, you're very clear on this, and very much you need to be the star of yourself, of your own movie, and empower yourself and let the truth be told. Write it down. You'll find that you can actually create the kind of friendship you want, either with her, but certainly I feel that you have gone the distance, and it is up to you now to reveal what is really inside of you and what you want to see, and allow your real life and real world to expand even more. What's lovely about this one, and here, the owl are both very, very wise birds. Okay, they can see from afar. They really know a lot more things than they even give off, as with this one. So you really know what you need to do, and I believe that you by speaking your truth and actually claiming your power, you will able to have a sense of balance and sense of purpose back in your friendships. So I think it's really important that you start defining what your friendships want to look like. Very important that you do that and start honoring the kind of friendships you want, because like I said, we choose our friendships. We get to choose them, and if a friend has changed, or you have changed so much so that your friendship needs to be redefined, renegotiated, and if you feel that these are not being met, then you are completely within your right to mark the balance and sort whatever it is that you need to sort out and communicate. I really feel that in some way also balance the giving and taking very much. So we've got the color pinky, which is to do with your heart. We also have the voice, and here also the purpose to do with your third eye, which is also very interesting, because this will also give you the vision that you need to be able to imagine and call in the kind of friendship you want, and also be able to define very clearly and give you the clarity that you need to create a boundary. I'm going to ask for one more card of this one, since I'm quite keen with this. Right. All right, Oscar. Oh yeah. So that's my cat wanting to come in. Lovely. I possess the power and the free will to create my own happiness. So this is a lovely outcome card as well. You get to create the freedom. You see, we are totally responsible for living a liberated life, and one that is free. For some reason, we seem to hand over our power to other people, so they think that, and when we feel that we are unable to move, unable to do anything, or unable to say, or whatever, but you have the power. It says, I possess the power and the free will to create my own happiness. So for those who are watching, just really think about that you have the power to create your own happiness. So what is it that you need to do to create that happiness? So I suggest you start writing down what you need to do. Imagine it. See the kind of people you want around you. See the kind of partner you might want. Friends who are just loving, and people who really respect and honor you. Write whatever it is. Don't be afraid to put anything down, because that is what you ask for, and that is what you can claim, because you have the right to claim your own happiness. Wonderful. And this color also is kind of the high heart color as well, or also sometimes to do with the throat chakra, different turquoise and blues. So I'm going to end the card reading here. Thank you very much for watching. So anybody in this situation watching this as well, notice that sometimes, you know, the friendship has come to an end. It's gone through the distance. You've come to the end of the line here. And while you're feeling stuck because you don't know which way to go, because in between the two, you're still in the old world and you're still wanting to go in the new world. This tells me as well that you haven't quite made that shift, which is exactly where the writer or the person with the problem came to me with, and you might find yourself actually being in yourself. But know that there is a change of direction, there's a change of wind, which is lovely. Yes, you can maintain your flexibility and do what's right for you, but you do know very deep down what needs to happen. And this also is what needs to happen. The truth needs to be told, and in doing so you create the freedom and you have the power to create your own happiness. So thanks again for watching. Please do tune into my YouTube channel, Ask Rafah and Liberty Lane TV, and there you can also write in at the end of this Vimeo. You'll see a little write-up to say, let's have a look. Oh, I can't change the camera. Just another write-up where you can actually write to me with your problems if you feel moved to do so, and let me know how I can help you. I am now taking requests from the YouTube audience, and you can write to me with your problem and I can solve it for you for free if I get your letter happens to be the first one I receive from the day of posting and uploading my video. Otherwise, just keep tuned. You might find your problem solved through another person's, or alternatively, you can go to my website and you can book me in for free reading, for reading that actually costs, and also for any coaching or anything that in any way that I can help you. You find the details on www.rafasabbagh.com. Thanks for watching.